We've been living here on the coast of West Somerset for about 5 years now, following retirement. And one of the benefits of being in this part of the world is the many wonderful walks along the coast and into the countryside that you can do from here. The other great benefit, to me anyway, is the West Somerset Railway, where I'm a volunteer, and that allows you to ride along the coast and go into the countryside. Opposite the station at Watchet is a very imposing building, which is the local Methodist church, and high on the hill behind Watchet is St Decumans, and the tower from that church can be seen for miles around. We're both fans of the great JC, and we like to visit many of these churches from time to time. But there's one church that we've never had the chance to get to because it's buried deep in the countryside, at least in a forest on the north coast of West Somerset, at a little settlement called CULBONE, which I've indicated here with a red marker. It's a fascinating place because it was mentioned in the Domesday book and in several documents from about the year 1200 onwards. One wonders that the people who were so inspired by the life of Jesus that they would build a church so far from normal resources. In fact, not only was it a serving church as long ago as the year 1200 or so, it's still operational from time to time today. And it's quite interesting to think of the people who built this place against such difficulty, because there is no road to that settlement. And the only way to it is through the forest. There are a couple of houses still occupied close to the church, and those people who live there managed to survive without mains electricity or gas or water, and they have to get their supplies by a Land Rover over forest tracks. The nearest village to the church is several miles away at the little village of Porlock Weir, and that's where I'm going to start a walk to the church today. I'm told it's quite an upward climb, and you need to allow about an hour and a half to get there, so that's what I'm going to do today. Right, this is my starting point of Porlock Weir. It's quite an oldie worldy little village. The tide is out at the present time. At high tide, the water comes all the way up through this creek. And there's a little harbour in there. Where we're going to be walking is way up into the hills. And the path up into the hills starts in that corner there. So let's start and see what we see on the way. Two and a half miles, I guess that is. But an unusual beginning to a walk. God, the path is almost covered in here by the undergrowth. Just pass through that gateway into a more or less open field here. Anyway, we go along the edge of the field in this direction. That's where we've just come along. Lovely range of foxgloves just growing here beside the path. Well, this is a much more open viewpoint here. Looking all the way over to Hellstone Point on Exmoor. Down here, people working on their boats. You can just pick out the car park that we've left the car in on the far right top. Right, 10 minutes into the walk we come to yet again another gate, and the path, as you can see in the distance, is going upwards. Magnificent display of foxgloves. Interesting range of bird songs in the distance. We just come from that little pathway on the right, and we joined a metal road now for a while. And we go this way. There's a little stream running underneath this roadway, just visible through the hedge. Well, it looks as if some workmen are doing some work over here, so I hope it doesn't restrict where we want to go. We need to go through the arch where that crawler digger is going. Through the other arch is an entrance to a toll road.